Falling temperatures overnight could mean slick road conditions out there. And we have a growing list of school and business delay closures out there, folks, that you want to keep an eye on. You can find it on our website and also running at the bottom of our screen.
Well, with the potential for slick roads and icy spots on your morning commute, we have team coverage for you tonight. Chief Meteorologist Chris Holcomb is keeping an eye on things from our Storm Tracker Center right here, while John Sherrick is out checking on the conditions out there on the roads. Absolutely. Our 11 Alive Thunder truck also on the move right now. Photojournalist Tyson Paul encountering lots of wet roadway, but no major trouble spots just yet. So Chris, when do we expect we might see some issues out there?
This is going to be during the overnight hours while you're sleeping. Our temperatures are really going to be falling. Right now, we're all above freezing. We don't expect any road conditions out there now, but it's going to be overnight when those conditions are going to be changing, and they will change rapidly. The moisture has moved out, so we don't have any additional precipitation coming down right now. That's moving over into South Carolina and near Augusta. Maybe a little bit of mist and drizzle still left behind, but for the most part, the rain is gone. Our focus now is going to be those temperatures that will be falling very quickly. So the National Weather Service has issued a special weather statement, not a winter storm warning or a winter weather advisory, just a special statement showing that all of these areas in North Georgia, Metro Atlanta, and down to the south of us have the potential for some icy patches to develop due to the leftover rainwater that won't have time to evaporate before we get to below freezing, and so glazing is possible mainly on elevated surfaces. This is where you need to watch for some of those icy patches, mainly on bridges, where you have greater exposure, where the cold air is above the bridge and also below it, so that freezes faster. Underpasses tomorrow after the sun comes up, there may be some shady areas with some icy patches that might take a little bit longer to melt. And on back roads with less traffic, the road isn't as warm. There's not as much working away at that roadway to help to inhibit the formation of any black ice developing. Stay with us. We don't think this is going to be widespread and impassable everywhere. We're just talking about patches which could be more dangerous. We'll explain more about that coming up.
All right, Chris, we'll see you in a couple of minutes. We're going to continue our top story team coverage with the weather forcing the cancellation of COVID vaccinations tomorrow in Cobb County is just one of a handful of cancellations and delays because of this weather. 11 Alive John Sherrick is live at Jim Miller Park, where no vaccines will be given out tomorrow. John?
Bad news for people who had vaccinations scheduled here at Jim R. Miller Park, this mass vaccination site in Cobb County. The Cobb Douglas Health Department today canceled all vaccinations here tomorrow and will be contacting people to reschedule. Across North Georgia, schools, businesses, government offices will either be opening late or will be all remote all day. To underscore what Chris was just telling us, keep in mind, we're not going to be getting any snowstorms here, no ice storms as we've seen in other states. None of that causing terrible wrecks here in truly life-threatening conditions. Instead, for us, a different kind of 1-2 punch. Simply wet roads in a lot of places first, followed by sub-freezing temperatures. State DOT trucks are already out treating the roads. Natalie Dale with Georgia DOT says we should not have a false sense of security just because we escaped the big winter storm this time. The roads, she says, may end up being just as slippery in places, just as dangerous.
That rain and sub-freezing temperatures is the perfect storm for black ice, which is very dangerous. If you can just let our crews do their job tonight, get out, do their routes, find those spots, treat for black ice, road conditions tomorrow are going to be, by tomorrow afternoon, are going to be fine.
So some cancellations tomorrow, some delayed openings. The DOT is urging people, if you don't have to drive in the morning, then don't, stay home. You know, you may be the best winter weather driver of all, but keep in mind the chances are most of the drivers around you probably are not.
Yeah, that's right. You got to think about defensive driving. Thanks a lot, John. Folks, be sure to download the 11 Alive app. It's your one-stop shop for information to help you stay ahead of this winter weather. You can also sign up for alerts for changing conditions out there or closings and cancellations because of the bad weather.